treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Yo, we got Luffy and Zoro, the better the duo. Sanji and Noosa bring out the bankroll. Jekyll Mariah, he rips your soul. Brooke and Perona, they cold like a snow globe. Going through the stack like we looking for some crack. Taking y'all to class, man, you better know your math. Call the deck math because he always running black. We don't need no power tools, we just bring the axe. Cause we about to chop it up. TCG, level up, level up. This is more than beginner's luck. Got so many ribs, they backing up, backing up. Rapping so cold, got the mains froze. Everybody know that the gang goes. Laws of the land don't make me repeat. We the next king. Getting rich with one piece.
Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. 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 Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Yo, we got Luffy and Zoro, the better the duo. Sanji and Noosa bring out the bankroll. Jekyll Mariah, he rips your soul. Brooke and Perona, they cold like a snow globe. Going through the stack like we looking for some crack. Taking y'all to class, man, you better know your math. Call the deck math because he always running black. We don't need no power tools, we just bring the axe. Cause we about to chop it up. TCG, level up, level up. This is more than beginner's luck. Got so many ribs, they backing up, backing up. Rapping so cold, got the mains froze. Everybody know that the gang goes. Laws of the land don't make me repeat. We the next king. Getting rich with one piece.
Get rich with one piece.
The piece of the cause, the key to the treasure.
Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece. Get rich with one piece.
Ooh, no, now look at me. Now look at me. I will not be logging into my laptop today. How dare you, you fool. You fool. A lot of orders today. Yeah, fucking shit ton of orders. 21 orders today. Maybe more than that. So just marked some as shipped. So these are just the ones that are showing up. But I did go through so today was a long day when it comes to the collection. I decided to change. Well, first off, hello, welcome to the stream, everybody. My bad. Very rude of me. Jesus Christ. Anyways, I have been going through trying to determine what I want my how I want my bulk to be, you know, the collection that I have, the collection of bulk, not my actual collection, but my bulk. And the way I had it set up before was everything was set up in its own area, we'll just call it, just kind of simplify it. Set up in its own little area in the box, you know, Op14, and it's separated by colors. Each color is in its own row, and they're in numerical order, right? So that's really how I have, it's like I have my personal collection too, right? So I have a binder. It goes from OP1, OP01, all the way up to OP14. It has the, you know, the special sets in there too. And they're sorted by number, which in turn sorts them by color, because like 1 through 20 are going to be the red cards, and then 21 through 40 or whatever is going to be the green cards, so on and so forth. So it just kind of works itself out that way, but it's sorted just like that, right? And it isn't the best way to do these orders. It really is not. Now it makes it much easier than what I was doing before. Before, it was literally just OP14, for example. I haven't done this with OP14. This is probably like OP12, so we'll say OP12. So OP12 was literally just everything lined up. No sorting. I did have it sorted by colors, but they were just in there. Purples were in there in the box. The blues were in there, and so to find something, I had to go through all of the cards to find what I was looking for. You know, if somebody ordered 4 of, you know, Centomarus or whatever, I had to go through there, find 4 fucking Centomarus and all through that. Now, when I changed it, and when I first changed it, I put them in order, like I said, in numerical order. That made it much easier to find, right? So I was like, okay, this is number 21. I'm going to go look for number 21. Bam. There it is. This is how many, you know, I should have, blah, blah, blah. So things are just getting better. But what I noticed, and I've noticed this for a while, the orders, I won't, this doesn't have anybody's information on it. So I'll just show what the order is. But if you can see that, right, it has so this is the most important piece right here that I'm trying to show you. It has the name of the card like right here, and it's in alphabetical order. So I really didn't need to show you that, but they group it by set, and then it goes alphabetical order. And so I'm like, that is just going to be the easiest fucking way for me to complete the orders, is if my shit was in alphabetical order too, because I can just hit the bam, B, B, D, K. Everything is going to go in order. I can go straight down the list and then go straight through the cards and not have to go through, okay, here are the reds, here are the greens, here are the blues. Like, everything is in one, all the reds, all the greens, but they're in alphabetical order. So it should make things much easier. I came up with like 1 or 2 orders since doing that. Well, I put together 1 or 2 orders since doing that. So I haven't had a chance to really test it out, but I'm sure it's going to be a much easier, you know, process. But yeah, I think it will be. Today, still snowed in, didn't do much. Watched football. You know, I'm gonna watch the Super Bowl no matter what, but this Super Bowl just seems like it is. Cool. We have Sam Darnold, which I like his story. I will be rooting for the Seahawks over the Patriots in this Super Bowl, but I just got Drake May versus Sam Darnold. It's just like, what the hell is this? This is definitely a one-off type of Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying? But good for them. One of those two are going to be Super Bowl winning quarterback when it's all said and done. Either Sam Darnold or Drake May. and that's wild to think about. He's going to have a championship before Lamar Jackson, Josh Allen, Joe Burrow. You know, some of the quarterbacks that have been in it for a very long time. They'll have the same amount of championships as Aaron Rodgers. You know, just very, very wild. Um, so, anyways, yeah. Okay, I need to weigh this. Sorry, I'm putting together putting some orders in envelopes right now. Just with the weather being so bad and not being able to get out, 2.5 ounces. So this needs 2. It's just been, you know, I haven't had any, which this actually sucks. I meant to get some before everything froze up, but I meant to get some stamps because I literally ran out of stamps on Friday, and I was telling myself to get out and get some stamps, but I just didn't want to, and it was already getting cold. But anyways, I ended up, so I just put everything together. Everything is ready to go. They're missing the stamps. So I have about 30 or so orders here, 30 or so envelopes that just need their stamps. I actually have a couple of, like packages that I need to go ship out too. So tomorrow is going to be a busy day for that. Okay. Mark as shipped. All right, so I have officially marked as shipped everything that came in before today. And so now the 21 orders that I have are all from today. So it usually gives me like 48 hours to do it. So I probably won't be putting these orders together today. I'll probably do it at some point tomorrow. Hopefully get them out tomorrow, but they'll be out before Tuesday. What else? Well, that's it for that. But yeah, I think I'm excited about this new little thing that I put together. I'm gonna go grab. I didn't grab any packs. I do have a Riftbound pack, but I just kind of started the stream and didn't grab anything. So I'm gonna grab a Riftbound pack, or excuse me, I'm gonna go grab the Op14 packs, and then I'm gonna grab some water too. So give me like 30 seconds or so. I say 30 seconds, but it really depends on if I have my jug of water ready to go or not, which I don't know if I do. Boop, boop, boop. Sorry, getting my hand cam set up. All right, give me 1 second. I'm gonna go grab some, grab the packs. BRB. Oh my goodness. My daughter, man. she's mischievous. You know, but what kid isn't? She is obsessed with these pretzel pieces. They're the Snyder's of Hanover pretzel pieces. These one are the Hot Buffalo, I think is what they're called. Either Hot Buffalo or Buffalo flavored, whatever the hell it is. She is obsessed with these things. And I don't know what, like they're delicious. I love them. I get them all the time. But she lately has become extremely obsessed with them. Like she, you know, a couple years ago. Oh, yeah, trust me, I know. she's like, I don't know when she first tried it, a year ago, 2 years ago, whenever the hell she first tried it. This was one of the things where, I'm having to try it, and she's like, oh, it's hot, and and then the next couple of times she tries, she tries some more, forgetting that she didn't like them last time. And then now she's just like obsessed with them. She loves them. She eats those all the time. And like my wife said in the chat, she has been sneaking them for the past few days. I think I went grocery shopping on Thursday or so. Wednesday or Thursday, probably Thursday. And she's been sneaking this bag, and she's been eating the shit out of them. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because I was in the kitchen and I saw in the trash can that they're in the trash can. So I'm like, thank God. Like, they're fucking done. She's eaten them all. Fuck, we can be done with the sneaking and the hiding of them. And it's just like, golly. But anyways, yeah, it's just very, very funny. Let's see. I was talking to a friend of mine today, and we talk shit. I don't know what it is. That's just my love language, or the way that I interact with friends. Just talk shit. Not all the time, most of the time, but I have my soft, sensitive side too. But we're talking shit, and he was bringing up. He knows that I like do the cards and stuff like that. But he was bringing up some of like he's a police officer, and he was bringing up like some of his officers, I guess. Another order came through. Jeez, man, that's 22 orders today. So I went when I was going through. So I'm going to take a little side note here and go back to the organizing the cards thing. So I spent all day just organizing the cards, putting them in putting them in alphabetical order. And when I was doing so, lately I've been using my the TCG Player app. It will allow you to scan the cards. It creates a list, or you can create a list, and then you can import that list into the seller's portal. Then they have a button when you click on the list in the seller's portal. There's a button that says add to inventory, and it'll just add it to the inventory. And then there's like another step that you have to do, but that's pretty much it. It's very, very simple. And oh yeah, babe, she's all the time, hiding them, acting like we're just so naive. But anyways, now I lost my train of thought. Oh, but yeah, you've been using the app, which it's so nice. I really love using that. But since I was going through and essentially counting the cards, putting them in order, I was updating the inventory like manually, like I used to do, which is, it takes a lot more time, but it was just something I was doing anyways, because I was going through the cards and I was confirming in my inventory what I had. And then also I was, so I was doing it with the inventory that I already had. And then the new cards that I had opened, yesterday, because I opened a shit ton yesterday, I was adding those to the inventory and sorting them in alphabetical order too. So I was doing everything manually like I used to, whatever, not a big deal. Just sitting watching TV while doing it. So yeah, that was what I was doing. But anyways, so when I was going through, I was, adjusting some of the prices too, making them a little bit lower, because there is a button in there that will make everything like market value. And, typically people are selling things for market value, especially like the smaller, the bulk cards, right? So for example, like most of the bulk common cards, get sold for 1 cent, but the market value is going to be like 4 or 5 cents, right? So if you click the button, it'll make everything in this particular list that you have, the market value, which in this example would make everything, not everything, but it would make this particular card 5 cents when people are selling it for 1 cent, if that makes sense. Anyways, long story short, I had been doing that, making everything the market value, because I just had so many cards. I'm just gonna put shit in there. I don't give a fuck, for real. Anyways, I was kind of adjusting it like I typically do, making things a little bit cheaper, because my goal for the bulk cards, it isn't to fucking make a shit ton of money off of the bulk cards. It's to fucking get rid of the fucking cards. So now if I can make 5 cents instead of 1 cent, you know, it adds up over the long run. But realistically, I don't give a fuck. I'm like, whatever. As opposed to selling something for like, you know, 20 cents, I'll bring it down to, you know, 10 cents or 5 cents, because I'm like, okay, I want to get rid of these. I'm not going to sell it for a penny, but I'll get rid of them because people are going to buy them anyways, right? People are going to buy these cards for, you know, 15 cents less than the market value. Anyways, that's why I'm having so many fucking orders today. Like, it's not going to be fun tomorrow putting together all those. I'm going to have to buy fucking 200 fucking stamps, which sucks because a stamp is 78 cents and each fucking roll of 100 is $78. So I'll have to spend $150 on fucking stamps tomorrow, which is not fun. God damn. Anyways, I'm just fucking going off on a tangent. Let's check my booster pack screen. Okie dokie. All right. Since my wife was, you know, mentioning that I don't weigh my packs anymore, I got my scale out here, and we're gonna weigh them, put them in order, see if we get, you know, see if we get some hits in the later packs or not. All right, I still have a couple more things, but it's nothing too major. I organized the my Riftbound cards too. So I have like 2 packs of Riftbound cards here that I haven't sorted yet that I need to sort in inventory. So I'll have 3 total. Then I'll also have some OP12, 13, and then a pack of OP10, which, you know, that will take seconds to do. But yeah, so I want to get, maybe I'll get all these done. Depends on how long I stream. Maybe I'll do these tonight so I can have all these older sets out of the way, and the offsets, I'll call them, right? Sets that I'm not currently opening a ton of. Same for Riftbound. And that'll make just in my brain, that's how things work better when that happens. It's clear, free of the clutter. All right. Okay, we got Cleave, Eager Apprentice, Charm. I would sort these. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I was thinking, should I sort them alphabetically? But I got this whole other stack here too that I'm gonna be sorting anyways. So I'm gonna do that. I'll do it. And these are all cards that I have. Well, this one I don't know how many I have of. Banish a friendly unit, then play it to base, ignoring its cost. Oh, that's cool. So you just save a unit. I guess it's called Portal Rescue. Scrapyard Champion. Solari Chief. Zonias. Let's go. I think I have a playset of these now. I think this is my 3rd one. But these were selling for like $10 at one point in time. Not too bad. A Vi. Ooh, Dazzling Aurora. Very nice. I'm actually very happy because I sold this card for like $90 or something like that when the game first came out. This card was, and it is probably still extremely popular, but I was lucky enough to pull this. It was the #1 selling card for a very, very long time. It was selling for like $90 or something like that, and I, you know, sold it because it was $90. And you know, the collector in me, it hurts when I sell a card I don't have another one of, because I want to have a copy of it to complete my collection. So yeah, but I figured, and this was very naive at the time. I figured I'll get enough boxes to be able to open enough shit, and, you know, and to get the card again. But it's been damn near fucking impossible to get cards over the fucking, you know, ever since release. So the past couple of months have been very hard. So getting this card back is kind of full circle. It's very nice. I'm actually very happy that I was able to get this one back. And then the last card is a Chaos Room. So Heck yeah. I'm very happy with that. I think all these other ones are maybe not this Zonia's. I'll have to look through those actually. Dazzling Aurora. Y'all know I gotta look this shit up. I can't not. Where's Dazzling Aurora? I'm sure it's still on the first page. Best selling. Oh, okay, this page is different now. Very different. Where the hell is this Dazzling Aurora? I can't wait to. Oh, okay, I got it on Showcase, but this is okay. This isn't Showcase. I was wondering what the fuck was going on. Yeah, Dazzling Aurora still pretty high up there. It's not what it was. Like I said, it was like when I first sold mine, it was like 90 bucks or something. Yeah, I sold it for like $90. And they're going for about 43. 43 is the market value for them right now. So that makes me feel a lot, it's a lot easier for me to keep that card for my collection. But yeah, dope. Pretty dope. Collector me's happy. All right. Should we do, we're going to do, yeah, when we have 10 of them, it's easier to do, should I do King of the Hill? Yeah, I think King of the Hill is the easiest way to do it. I hate that we can't see it whenever there's something on top of it like this. For whatever reason, like it just blurs. Right? Like you can't really see it. Maybe you can see it, but when I take it away, you can see it. But when I think it's the camera is focusing. Yeah, I think the camera loses its focus whenever something else enters the, yeah, just the camera changing focus. So you guys will just have to, I mean, you can kind of see it. So this one's 37.17. We'll go 37.29. All right. 37.17. Hold on, let me make sure I'm not tripping. Okay, yeah, 37.29. Okay. Dazzling Aurora. All right. Pack number 1. What are we getting? I think I saw a leader in here. I know I've been mentioning this a lot, but I don't think I can overstate it because of how much I bitched about leader packs and how they need to change it up. But I am so ecstatic that they changed around the leader packs, where it's not just, okay, this is a leader pack, this card is a bust. Now it's just, you don't know what the fuck you're getting in any of the packs. I love it. There's no, like, even in a Dawn pack, you can still get, like, once you see the Dawn, you can see that, or you don't know if you're gonna get just a regular Dawn or if you're gonna get a golden Dawn. So that, I love it. I love what they've done with the packs. I think they did a fantastic job. You know, it took them a couple of years, but I built this in the sim. I built the not this, but I built the Croc in the sim just to kind of, because I really wanted to play it. And this Miss Wednesday card is fucking dope. So it's 1 cost, 1K, 2K counter. 2Ks are always have utility. But the ability, activate main, you may trash this character, give up to one of your opponent's 0 cost characters negative 3,000 power during this turn. Yeah, so I think, yeah, so this is a very, very good ability. Like, it's just a 1 cost character. That's actually crazy that this is only uncommon, right? I mean, you do have to trash this character, but I'm thinking of like the Ace Sabo and Luffy, right? So the Ace Sabo and Luffy, they have an activate main. They have this exact same activate main, except you have to give an active Don to like your leader or something. I think it's your leader or a character or whatever, but you have to give an active Don. It's a 2K as well, but and then that one you give any of your opponent's characters negative 3,000 power. This one you have to give a zero cost character negative 3,000 power, but leader, with your leader ability, you're gonna have a zero cost character. So it just works out very, very well. This is a very good card. Able to take out, stronger characters, especially if you Ellie Claw. I think this is the last one that I needed. I'm actually happy about that because I accidentally, again, sometimes I just get lazy and I'm just like, whatever. I'm just going to put everything in the inventory because I don't feel like, going to my collection and seeing how many I have of it. All right, this one was 37.29. Let's see what this one is. 37.25. Hold on. Let's see if this changed because it changes sometimes. See, okay. I hate when it does that. All right, well, we're gonna we're gonna say the incumbent will win. So I don't feel like doing. Alrighty. I think we got a couple of hits in these 10. I think we got 2 hits in these 10 packs that we have. Alright. Newgate. Killer. So really the only tell where you absolutely know what the pack is redbacks now that I'm thinking of it, because right, you don't know, like, you don't really care about leader packs anymore. The Don packs or the Dons don't tell you anything because it can still be a hit with a golden Don. And I mean, you're not going to get anything crazy, right? You're not going to get like like a special print card or anything like that. But you could potentially, another leader pack, you could potentially get, a gold Don, which they're running like $30 right now. And I think, in the years to come, the gold Dons will definitely go up. Right now they're not. Ooh, another Perona. These are going for quite a bit. Quite a bit. I mean, couple bucks. I think it's going for rares though. That's very good. Oops, wait a minute. Hold on. Last one's 37.25. Come on, stop switching. 37.32, 38. Oof. Okay. All right, man. All right, player. I ain't mad at you. Heavy joints. Oh, I was bringing this up earlier, but so I was talking to my friend, and he's a police officer. He had mentioned that some of his like officers, because he's a supervisor, so some of his like officers that work for him or under him on his team, they he's like, yeah, they spend like $50 to buy like a pack of cards, and some of the cards come out and they're like, they'll get like a Hank Aaron card or something. It's worth like $800. And I'm like, dude, that's all the card games. All the card games. That's why you buy the packs. Obviously, you can play with them. Well, you can't play with those cards, but, a lot of the TCGs, or all the TCGs, that I don't know if that's necessarily considered a TCG, but anyways, you know what I'm saying. The packs, you buy them and you hope to get a fucking hit, right? And I'm explaining to him, I was like, dude, I have a card that I opened that's worth like $2,000 right now, right? And when I opened it, it was worth $1,000. And he was like, oh, did you sell it? I was like, no, when I bought it, it was worth $1,000. Now it's worth $2,000, so it goes up and up and up. And I'm telling him, man, there's cards I've seen sell for $15,000, $25,000. Scrolling through eBay, and I'm like, dude, I'll send you some. He's like, man, you got to have me looking at some cards and buying some cards. I was like, do it, bro. Shit, I've been trying to get him to buy me some cards. I haven't asked him to yet, But trust me, I did call for PRBO2. I was calling the card shops. I didn't tell him I was doing this, but I was calling the card shops in his area. He lives in like the Northwest, Pacific Northwest. And I was calling shops in that area and like, I got PRBO2, and they didn't have any. So this was when PRBO2 was impossible to find. Impossible. All right, we finally didn't get a leader pack. Cool. All right. We got a Luffy, super rare Luffy. We take them. We take the super rares. 3721. Just wish it was, I need the you know, it would be nice if I just hit the boa nonstop. I would like that, but I do need a couple more djembes. I would like the, what the hell is that other one? The Gecko Moria. Gecko Moria is actually like bussin' right now. Gecko Moria really is I think it's going for like $8 or something like that. You know, now the what is it called? The boa obviously is the king right now, or the queen, I guess. That one's going for like $20, which is low for what it's been going for. And but you know, typically super rares don't go for that much. So if I hit those nonstop, you know, I wouldn't be mad. But man, that Luffy is like, it doesn't work unless it's in. Well, I guess it could still technically work. You know, when attacking, give up 20 of your opponent's characters negative 1,000 power. It doesn't say that it needs to have a certain amount of attack power, right? So you can, you know, swing with that. It's basically rest it and minus 1,000 from one of your opponent's characters while being a searcher. So I can see why, you know, that card would be able to be used in other decks for fun. Very nice. Then we have a Queen. On play, you may trash one Animal Kingdom Pirates type card from your hand. Draw 2 cards. So that's pretty nice. This card replaces itself and lets you cycle out a card. And there's an activate main. Damn, this card does a lot. Activate main once per turn. You may rest 2 of your Don cards. If your leader has the Animal Kingdom Pirates type, add up to 1 Don card from your Don deck and rest it. That's actually super dope. Especially right on your first, you know, on your first turn, you play this. You get to cycle through some cards. Dope. Then on your 3 Don turn, you get to activate this. Shit, you can even play this on your 3 Don turn too. But on your 3 Don turn, you play this out. Or excuse me, on your 3 Don turn, you already have this out. You rest 2 of your Don cards. Again, you can still do this on your 3 Don turn too. Play this and use this ability. But if your leader has the Animal Kingdom Pirates type, and then you're ramping a Don. So then you go from 3 to 4, and then 6 on your next turn. And then you get to use this ability again, which you probably won't, because you're probably wanting to play the King. I'm pretty sure King is 6 cost. Maybe he's 7. I don't know. Man, but I was playing again. I played against somebody on the sim with the that was playing with the Animal Kingdom Pirates new 3743. Hold on, I don't know if I want to open both of these. 37. I don't know if I can open both of these. Let me see. Let me set these both to the side. Those might have to be the main event. All right, this one's a little lighter. 3731. All right. The main event ones, we have to save the main event ones for the main event. And the heavyweights go at it. Them heavyweights. Watch, they're probably gonna be both Don packs. So they have three of the foil cards in them. Rindo, part of the Boob Squad. Chew. This card is funny how basic it is, but it's a very good card, right? So it's just, especially in the deck, a lot of these cards, and you know that's very typical for a set. The cards work well in the leader that it comes out for, right? But this is This is a really good card, especially for Jinbei, right? So one costs 3K. On play, if your leader has the Fisherman type, draw one card. Very simple, but with Jinbei, you trash a card from your hand, you're able to give 2 Don to any of your Fishmen. I think it's Fishman and Merfolk or whatever type card. So give him 2, and he can swing at life typically, right? He's not going to be able to swing at like 6K leaders, but typically speaking, yeah, that'll work very well. All right, we got a Silver's Rayleigh, another Queen. Yas, Queen, yas. As they say. All right, 0 grams, 37.41. Are they all 41s now? I believe so. All right, we might have a. This one is lighter. Hold on. 37.33. You done lost some weight on me? 37.42. 37.42. How'd you get light? 37.36. All right. I gave you multiple chances, man. Now you the lightest one. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. This was the first one, the first quote unquote heavyweight that I weighed. It's weird how this, this scale does a pretty generic job, which is kind of all we're looking for. We don't need it to necessarily get extremely precise, but it's very weird how it measures things differently, right? And maybe that's not weird. Maybe it's, but I would think, something like a pack of cards would weigh the same all the time, right? There's not really a lot that's gonna change. All right, Fisher Tiger, very good card. 6 cost 7K. We're on the theme of Jinbei today for whatever reason. 6 cost 7K, 1K counter. On play, if your leader has the Fishman type, draw 3 cards. Like, great, especially in Jinbei. You're gonna refill your hand because you're discarding cards so frequently to do Jinbei's effect to attach to Don. Yeah, so this card is a very, very good way to refill your hand. And the only like quote unquote downside is at the end of your turn, trash cards from your hand until you have 5 cards in your hand. Like, you're going to be trashing cards anyways. So this essentially kind of reminds you or forces you to be like, okay, I need to make sure that I use Jinbei's effect to attach Don for my swings, because there's literally no reason for you to have more than 5 cards in your hand when you use this effect or when you have this character out on the board. King is a 6 cost character. I knew it. All right. Ooh, this is feeling a little sticky. Hell yes. I was just about to say this. Because I was talking about building Crocodile on the sim. I want to build Crocodile in real life, but I only have 2 of the big boss monsters, which is this Crocodile. Now I have 3. Hell yeah, let's go. I'm actually very pumped about this. So if you don't know what this Crocodile does, it is fantastic. It's a fantastic card. So it's 8 cost, 10,000 power. On play, up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 9 or less cannot attack until the end of your opponent's next end phase. So it freezes a character with a cost of 9 or less. Then if your opponent has a character with a cost of 0 or with a cost of 8 or more, draw 1 card. So it basically replaces itself. Fantastic card. And then on KO, you may trash 1 card from your hand, play this character card from your trash. Very good effect. So it basically stuns, and on the turn that it's played, a lot of times what you'll want to do is if your opponent has enough characters, you'll stun 2 of their characters, right? So you play it, you get the ability. You get the ability to I guess if you want to draw 2 cards, but at bare minimum, you get to draw 1 card. It would be nice if you're able to draw 2 cards. So your opponent would have to have a character with a cost of probably 8 on the board, which isn't, when you're playing an 8, they might be able to have played an 8 already, whatever. So anyways, long story short, typically what you do with this card, you play it, use the on play to freeze one of their characters, and then you'll use Croc's, the leader, his effects to KO this crocodile. It goes in the trash. You trash a card from your hand to play this from the trash. It comes back out on the board, and from there you get to stun another character. So yeah, it's a very, very powerful effect, being able to stun 2 characters. And then when you have multiple of them out, and you're able to start chaining them, that it just gets crazy, because you have a 10k swing, and then you're stunning 2 with the new one that you put out there. So it's very powerful when you have multiple. So I'm actually very happy with that. That's three crocodiles. I need 1 more. And I don't know if I will build it, but if you build it, they will come, I guess is what that Catcher in the Rye book says. So it was leading me here all along. 3717. Ooh, that's a light boy. That's okay. That's okay. Watch, it's gonna have the craziest hit. I'm kind of torn with the Croc, because I'm like, oh man, I want it to be I want the alt art for the Croc because it looks crazy good, but I also need a playset of the Crocs. So I'm like, this is actually what I need to play the damn card, because I'm not gonna put the alternate, because y'all know I don't do that. I don't do the alt. Like, there are some alternates that I'll put in the deck. Alternates that are like, we'll say $20 or cheaper. Like $20 is probably like right at the limit of the value of a card that I'd actually play in a deck. And typically I won't even do that, because I'm like, I have the regular version of this card. But we'll see. Maybe it'll change. Okay. Sugar. Flame Dragon Torch. Yeah, that was definitely a baby pack. Definitely a tiny, teeny baby pack. 3731. 3727, so it's getting lighter. Okay. So this one is gonna be the last of the undercards. I'm in my boxing / UFC elements, talking about the main events, heavyweights, the undercards, that kind of stuff. All right, Chaka Impel, just a 2k counter. Senor Pinky, Ors Salamander, Porsche, Disappointed. I'm surprised this card is uncommon. Another sale. Man, those things are going. I'm gonna be busy tomorrow doing those. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy 200 freaking stamps. Golly. All right, Disappointed. Yeah, this card, I'm very surprised that it's only common or uncommon. So it does something very similar to pretty much all the other searcher events, and it's only uncommon. I don't know, maybe they're trying to move those down to uncommon rarity, which makes sense to me. I think that's what it should have been in the first place. Ever White. Look at that. God damn, that was feeling a little sticky. Oof, 2 hits already. Look at this fucking Zoro. Holy shit. This looks fucking amazing. This shit looks kind of 3D. Right? Maybe I'm tripping, but this actually looks like a little 3D. It's not 3D, but Like his head is in front of the sword, and oh man, this is not the Bubble Zoro I really wanted, but this one is amazing. I don't even think I've seen this alt Zoro. Yeah, I don't even think I've seen this one yet. This one looks fucking dope. Which is so this is the same type of scenario that I was just talking about. Like I have enough of a play set of these. I'm not gonna play this Zoro, obviously, but yeah, shit. Now I'm about to see what the Zoro is running. Hold on, man. I have not seen this artwork on this Zoro. So let's see. The Azure Sea card type character color red. All right. Damn, Luffy's going for $40. The alt Luffy's going for $40. This alt Zoro's going for 20. That's not too bad. That's actually. Let me look at all these other ones. Let's see. Okay, so they have. So the character cards, they have the Law, the alt Law, which I have that one. They have the alt Luffy, and then they have this alt Zoro. Yeah, this alt Zoro looks super dope. Actually, I think I like the Law better. I like this better than the Luffy. I don't know. The Luffy is okay, but I do like this one better than the Luffy. But I think the Law looks better than this one.